Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to break down 7 super common English mistakes that, honestly, even advanced speakers sometimes make. We'll show you the quick, expert fixes that'll make you sound more natural and fluent, like right away.
You know that feeling, right? Where you have all the words, you get the grammar, but when you actually speak, something just doesn't sound quite right? Well, it's usually down to just a few small sticky habits. And guess what? We're going to fix them today.
Okay, let's dive right in with our very first mistake. This one's a classic, and it's all about one little verb. So on the left, you see I am agree. I hear this all the time. It kind of makes sense if you're translating in your head, but the expert fix, the one that sounds way more natural, is just to drop that am. Simply, I agree. And here's why that is. The word agree is the action. It's the verb. It doesn't need any help. Just think about it. You wouldn't say I am run, you just say I run. It's the exact same idea. Agree works all by itself. All right, let's roll right into number 2. And this one follows that same awesome principle. Making your English simpler often makes it more correct. Oh, here's another one you've definitely heard before. More, better. We actually call this a double comparative, which is just a fancy way of saying you're saying the same thing twice. The expert fix? Just say, this is better. It's stronger, cleaner, and just sounds right. This is such a great example of a key principle in English. Just avoid saying the same thing twice. The word better already has more baked into it, so saying more better is like saying more good. It's just too much. Same goes for words like worse or taller. Now for mistake number 3. This is a huge trip up for so many people, especially when you're asking questions about something that already happened. Okay, look closely at this one. The mistake is using 2 past words together, did and went. The expert move is to let the word did do all the heavy lifting. Once you've used did, the verb that follows just chills out in its normal, simple form, go. Think of the word did as a little time machine. As soon as you say it, your whole sentence is already in the past, so you don't need to put the next verb in the past tense too. The time machine already did the work for you. All right, mistake number 4. This one is about a phrase that is super popular, and you're going to see it in emails, hear it in meetings, it's everywhere. So the beginner error is, I look forward to meet you. But the expert fix, the one that's going to make you sound totally fluent, is adding that little ing to the end, meeting. It seems like a tiny detail, but it makes a world of difference. So here's the secret. That word to in this phrase isn't working like it does in to run or to see. It's actually part of the whole phrase. Look forward to. And that phrase is always followed by either a noun, like the party, or a verb with an ing ending. So I look forward to seeing you. Let's talk about prepositions. Oh man, these tiny little words can be a real headache, right? Well, here's mistake number 5, a really common mix-up. Now, good in might sound right, but the standard correct preposition we use when we're talking about a skill is at. So you'd say, she is good at math, he is good at soccer, or they are good at speaking English. Now, there is a small difference here. You are good at math as a general skill. But you could say something like, she did really well in her math class, because you're talking about her performance inside that specific class. But for the skill itself, it's always good at. Okay, moving on to number 6. And this is a classic mistake that happens when you're translating word for word from your native language, especially from languages like Spanish or French. See, in a lot of languages, you have your age. It's like a possession. But in English, we think about it differently. Your age isn't something you own. It's just a state of being. You don't have 25 years. You are 25 years old. This is one of those fundamental rules that as soon as you nail it, your English just instantly sounds more authentic. I am 25. She is 40. They are 10 years old. Simple as that. And for our last one, number 7, we are tackling a really tricky grammar point, where a word that feels like it should be for a group is actually treated like it's for one person. I know, this one feels totally backwards. Everybody obviously means a bunch of people, but in the world of English grammar, we treat it as one single group, a single unit. And because of that, it gets a singular verb, is. Here's the hack to remember this forever. Any word that ends in body or one, like everybody, someone, anyone, just pretend it means he or she. You would say he is here, right? Not he are here. So just do the same thing. Everybody is here. So look, fixing these little mistakes isn't just about memorizing a bunch of rules. It's really about getting into an expert speaker's mindset. First, really listen to how native speakers talk. Second, practice. Even 5 minutes a day makes a huge difference. And finally, when someone corrects you, don't feel bad. See it as a gift, a total shortcut to getting better. You know, the best way to get better is to just start. So think about it right now. Which one of these 7 expert fixes are you going to start using in your very next English conversation? Go on, pick one and try it out.